Good afternoon and welcome to Port St. Lucie. This is Professor Tefero for Lesson 2 of Western Response to the Belton Road. Um, Today we're going to go over the market share threats to Western countries and multinational companies in the maritime route. The maritime route of the Belton Road initiates in Western China, probably Hong Kong or maybe Macau. Another possible port of departure uh, would be Hainan. And these three places are likely to be involved in the initial stages of the Belt and Road. Ships leaving from these ports will be arriving in Vietnam. First stop on the Maritime Road. Um, so, whatever existing markets the West has in Vietnam will be impacted by these agreements with China for the Belt and Road. How much will the market shares in Vietnam lose to the Belt and Road from the West? No one knows the data yet. However, there will be some loss. I mean, it's just a matter of how much. So after the goods arrive at Vietnam, they will continue on to Singapore. Now, the West has significant investment in Singapore, in both business and in banking, insurance, and other areas. How much will the Belt and Road eat into those market shares in Singapore? That's another matter of conjecture. We don't know, but there will be some inroads there. And so it's just a matter of how much and how long it will take. After the arrival of the Chinese ships in Singapore, they will now leave Singapore and go to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has significant ties with India. India has significant investment in their goods, and the West has significant investment in both India and Sri Lanka. How much will the Belt and Road eat into those market shares? We still don't know yet. And then, after leaving Sri Lanka, the Chinese ships will go to Djibouti to refuel and to possibly drop off some goods for Africa or pick up some goods from Africa, since they are not likely to go to any other ports in the middle or the southern parts of Africa. Any African countries wishing to be part of this maritime route will have to send their goods to Djibouti to be included in the Chinese ships. Only the Japanese only wish they had the Belt and Road ships. The Chinese ships will then take the goods from these African countries and go up the Suez Canal, Red Sea, up the Red Sea, up to the Suez Canal. As the Chinese ships go up the Red Sea, they may stop at Saudi Arabia. There's three major ports in Saudi Arabia along the Red Sea, and whoever offers the best deal for oil, that's the oil that the Chinese ships will buy. How will that affect Western shares of market shares in oil? How will that affect market shares in other industries involved in Saudi Arabia? Although oil is probably the most important one by a large margin. Once the ships get to Egypt, Egypt will be happy to store goods or store oil for these ships arriving from China. And how much of the market shares of Egypt will China and the Belt and Road take away from Western companies? Still a matter of conjecture. We don't know. Then the ships will go through the Suez Canal and into the Mediterranean and finally the EU. And here's a big question. Which country will China go through to get to other parts of the EU? Will they take the maritime route all the way to Greece and then have Greece ship goods through Eastern Europe and other places? Or will they go to Italy and take advantage of northern Italy's bullet trains to Germany? These are all considerations for China, but they are also major considerations for Western companies that do business in the area. For example, um, do European countries or do European companies want more competition for oil in Germany or more competition for oil in Italy or Greece? Um, do EU companies want more competition from China in various other areas, such as domestic goods, electronics, phones, and other things like that? So we don't know what the impact will be, but it's not going to be a positive impact, that's for sure. It will be a negative market share impact. They will be getting less market share as a result of Chinese incursions in their traditional trading routes. So you can see that the maritime route will provide a number of problems for Western countries and Western multinational companies as far as reacting to these incursions. We will study them at another time. But for today, that's it for today. And this is Professor DeFerro wishing you all a happy and healthy night. Take care.